The U.S. President Donald Trump has said that the U.S. is closing in on its military objectives in West Asia, signaling a potential winding down of operations against the Iranian regime. In a major statement, Trump said that Israel will likely be ready to end its war with Iran once U.S. operations conclude. He, however, has dismissed the idea of a ceasefire outright. Now, speaking at the White House, Trump outlined a 5-point plan for victory, ranging from the total degradation of Tehran's missile capabilities to securing the Strait of Hormuz. In a detailed post, the President Trump has listed 5 core objectives, and this includes completely degrading Iranian missile capabilities and launchers, destroying Iran's defense industrial base, eliminating Iran's Navy and Air Force, permanently prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, and protect regional allies like Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE at the highest level.
Mr. President, do you think Israel will be ready to end the war when you're ready?
I think so, yeah.
As U.S. mulls winding down operations, a major sticking point remains the Strait of Hormuz. While President Trump has called the reopening of the strategic waterway a simple military maneuver, he, however, has insisted the U.S. should not have to do it alone, pointing the finger at nations that rely on its oil.
You know, we don't use the strait. The United States, we don't need it. Europe needs it. Korea, Japan, China, a lot of other people. So they'll have to get involved a little bit on that one.
And well, for more on this, our correspondent, Suzetana, has sent us this report.
President Trump says the United States is getting close to achieving its objectives in Iran, signaling a possible wind down of military operations. But according to U.S. media reports, the U.S. is preparing to send 3 additional warships and thousands more troops to the Middle East region, while also considering plans to occupy or blockade Kharg Island in order to persuade Tehran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The president says he's not ready to say publicly if that's the case or not. At the same time, the UK has approved the use of its bases for U.S. strikes. So while the White House is talking about winding down, the possible military buildup on the one hand, rising global oil risks, and expanding coalition pressure from the White House on its allies all point to a conflict that may intensify before it winds down. Susan Tahrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.